All right, guys, we're going to review these questions that are adding and subtracting to the hundredths place with our numbers being between 10 and 100. So starting with 26.17 minus 33.72, I'm going to use the count back strategy here because, count forward strategy, because 20 and 30 is 50, 6 and 3 is 9, 1 and 7 is 8, and 7 and 2 is 9. So I have no carrying to do in that kind of question. So I do find that the count forward works really nice for that one. B is the same kind of thing. If I think 40 and 20 is 60, 6 and 3 is 9, 5 and 1 is 6, 2 and 6 is 8. You can see I've got, I can work through them quite quickly, quite efficiently. In C, I have this 3 and 7 here in the hundredths place. So there's going to be some regrouping to do there. So I'm just going to show you how we could do it though with the count forward strategy. So 40 and 40 is 80, and 2 and 7 is 9. And then 1 plus 3 is 4, or 1/10 plus 3/10 is 4. And then 3 hundredths plus 7 hundredths is 10. So what we'd have to do there is we would have to add 1 to our tenths place, and then we could just finish with a 0 there. Really, the 0 is redundant. We don't really need it there. We could just go 89.5. I can count forward on this one too, on D, because 30 plus 50 is 80. 6 plus 3 is 9. My decimal. 8 plus 0 is 8. And then 4 hundredths plus 9 hundredths is 13 hundredths. So I'll have to actually go, there's the 3 in the hundredths, and add 1 to the tenths. So there's a way to look at the count forward strategy. I'll do it one more time here. So I have 50 and 20, which is 70, and then 4 plus 6, which is 10. So I'm going to put my 0 here, and then I'm just going to add 1 to my tens place, right? Because my 70 plus another 10 will make 80. I'm going to put my decimal down. Now I have, in the tens place, I have 8 plus 1, which is 9. And you're going to see it's going to get all messed up here. Because 2 plus 9 in the hundredths place makes 11. So I'm going to put a 1 here and add a 10 to here, which is going to make this 10, which is going to make this 1. 81.01. Let's just use the stacking strategy to make sure I didn't make a mistake with my count forward strategy there. So if I look at it here, I have 2 and 9 is 11, carry the 1. 9 plus 1 is 10, put my decimal, carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 plus 6 is 11, carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8. And there's my 81.01. So that's both of those strategies on a bit of a tougher question. Going to the subtraction, I have 75.38 minus 42.16. This is another one of those ones that you can use the count back strategy because there's no borrowing to do. So 70 minus 40 is 30. 5 minus 2 is 3. My decimal. 3 minus 1 is 2. And 8 minus 6 is 2 in the hundredths place. I can do that again for G because I have no numbers are going to need to be regrouped. So 60 minus 20 is 40, 6 minus 4 is 2, 8 minus 8 is 0, and 8 minus 5 is 3. For H, I am going to have to do some regrouping. So when I look at this and I see this 4 minus 7 in the hundredths place, I say to myself, I'm just going to use the stacking strategy. So I have 53.84 minus 15.27. Now I know my answer is going to be somewhere around 38 or so, something in that area, because 50 minus 10 is 40, and I'm going to have to do a bit of borrowing here to make this work. So now I'm going to get my exact answer by looking at the hundredths place. So 4 minus 7, I'm going to make this a 7 and make this 14. 14 minus 7 is 7. 7 minus 2 in the tenths place is 5/10. 3 minus 5, I'm going to use the borrowing. So I'm going to take 10 from the tens place and put it over here in the ones place. Now I have 13 instead of 3. 13 minus 5 is 8. And 40 minus 10 is 38.57. I look at this one here, I'm gonna see some borrowing again to do. So I'm just gonna stack them. So I know my answer is gonna be a little less than 30. Let's find the exact answer. 7 minus 6 is 1. 3 minus 5, I'm going to borrow. 13 minus 5 is 8. 3 minus 8, I'm going to borrow. It's going to become 13. 13 minus 8 is 5. And 5 minus 3 is 2. So 25.81. I said a little bit below 30. I think it's 25. It's quite a bit below 30. Let's do the last answer, or last question. Once again, I'm going to see there's some borrowing to do here because I've got 5 minus 8 and 0 minus 3. So I'm just going to small 0, 5. Oops, sorry, that's 82.05. I'm going to subtract 26.38. So to start off, I need to borrow, but this 0 can't be borrowing over to the hundredths place until it borrows first. So I'm going to make this a 1, and this becomes a 10. Then I'm going to borrow this over 9, and this becomes 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. Now I have 9 minus 3, which is 6. 1 minus 6, I'm going to have to do more borrowing with this strategy. So 11 minus 6 is 5, and 7 minus 2 is 5. 55.67. Oh, my pen went thick there. But anyway, there's your answers, guys. Hopefully I've helped you out with these questions. Have a good one, guys.